This is a video for paper 2 question 1, which is for the AQA English Language Qualification GCSE. This is the task where you will get 8 statements written for you by the exam board, and you have to select the 4 true ones by colouring in a little box or a little circle at the end of the 4 true statements. Last week I went to Warwick Castle, it's just down the road from me, so the theme of this extract for this video is going to be Warwick Castle. So the task for all of the exams really is a relatively simple one. Select 4 true statements about Warwick Castle. So we have our information here, and from this I'm going to show you in a second 8 statements based on what we read in this paragraph here. So it says Warwick Castle sits on the banks of the River Avon and was built in 1068 by William the Conqueror. Regarded as one of the major attractions in Warwickshire and just down the road from Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon, tourists have been visiting the castle since the 17th century, and today nearly 1 million people visit the grounds each year. The castle boasts 4 restaurants, regular falconry shows, and hundreds of different activities for children are held throughout the year. Warwick Castle is also known for its spectacular Christmas light show and Halloween celebrations, due to the belief it is one of the most haunted buildings in the country. The castle also boasts 2.8 square kilometres of green space and formal gardens. So here we have our 8 statements. 4 of these are true and 4 of these are false, and in that exam you've just got to select the 4 true ones in order to get the 4 marks. So I'm going to suggest that you pause the video here in order to work this out. You would just need to write down the letters, 4 of those letters, A to H, to practice this task, and then I will go through the answers in just a second. So I would suggest pause the video now, and then I will go through the answers in a minute. Okay, here we have the answers. So the correct answers are A, D, F, and G. This is a question that some students sometimes get a little bit caught on because the examiner is quite sneaky, and the examiner can change small details of these statements, which actually makes them false. Sometimes as well, the statements won't be worded word for word as in the extract, so you have to use a bit of inference, you have to use a little bit of implicit information, reading between the lines to get the right answers. So A is true because it says close to water, and the examiner is suggesting, well, when you're on the banks of a river, that must mean you're close to water. So that is why A is correct. Notice it doesn't mention the word river at all, so you have to be able to work this out for yourself. D is true because it says tourists have been visiting for decades and for centuries, so that must mean that's true. F is true because it talks about different activities for children, so that's true. And finally, G is true because falconry are bird shows. And again, there it doesn't use that word falconry. You have to kind of work it out for yourself. So A, D, F, and G, those are your 4 true statements. Just want to quickly go through, though, why the other 4 are false. B is a typical example of if students aren't careful enough, they can actually end up selecting the wrong answer. So 1068 is true, Conqueror is true, but it's William, not Richard. So if you're not careful there, you can actually trip up. So it's about making sure you check everything between the statement and the actual extract itself. There are 4 restaurants instead of 3, so that's wrong. Shakespeare wasn't born at the castle, he was born down the road in Stratford. So again, a student might see the word Shakespeare in that extract and go, oh, that must be true. But actually, as you can see, it isn't. And finally, the castle isn't closed at Christmas because we're told that there's quite a spectacular Christmas light show. So that is why that would be the wrong answer too. So in summary then, this might seem a simple task, and the exam board does say spend no more than 5 minutes on it, but you must check and double check the statement and make sure that there aren't any differences between the statement and the actual extract itself. Okay, so that's just a brief revision of paper 2 question 1. Thank you.